Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, good morning, dear shareholders. I am Vipul Jain, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer of your company. I welcome all the members and stakeholders to the 40th Annual General Meeting of APL Apollo Tubes Ltd, being held today through video conference with the regulatory guidelines. We are joined today by Shri Ashok Kumar Gupta ji, Vice Chairman of the company, our esteemed independent directors, Shri Dinesh Kumar Mittal ji, Madam Neeru Abrol, Madam Asha Nil Agarwal, Shri Rajiv Anand, Shri Dukbandhu Rath, and Shri Rakesh Sharma. From the executive team, we have Shri Deepak Kumar, Director Operations, and Shri C.K. Singh, Director and Chief Operating Officer. Also present are Shri Chetan Khandelwal, CFO of the company, and myself as the Company Secretary. The proceedings of this AGM shall be deemed to be conducted at the registered office of the company, will be recorded, and summary of the proceedings will be available on the website of the company. Dear shareholders, the company has taken all the feasible steps to ensure that the shareholders are provided an opportunity to participate in the annual general meeting and vote. All the members who have joined this AGM through the VC are by default placed on the mute mode by the host to avoid any disturbance arising from background noise and ensuring smooth and seamless conduct of the AGM. During the proceedings of the AGM, members may raise query through the chat box facility provided by CDSL. Depending on the nature of the query, they will be answered either immediately or through the registered email ID of the shareholder later. If any member faces any technical issue, kindly contact helpline numbers of CDSL as provided in the notice of AGM. Dear shareholders, the statutory registers and other required documents as stated in the notice of this AGM are available for inspection electronically by the members. Since Sri Sanjay Gupta ji, Chairman and Managing Director of the company, could not join due to certain exigencies, it is proposed that Sri Ashok Kumar Gupta ji, Vice Chairman of the company, who is present in the meeting, be elected as the Chairman of the meeting. Therefore, I request the host to initiate polling on the same so that the members present in the meeting may express their assent to the proposal. So I request the host to please initiate the polling, please. Host, can you please confirm whether the result of the poll has come?
Yes, sir.
So how many votes are there?
Sir, there is a 4 vote in the favor of Mr. Ashok Kumar Gupta.
Let's wait for 2 minutes more, 2-3 minutes more.
इसमें ज्वाइन कितने किए हुए ज्वाइन शेड्यूल 40
30 सेकंड का लैग है.
So 24 shareholder has voted and all are in favor, sir.
Sure, sir. Thank you. So we can close the voting, please. Now we have the quorum and the voting in favor. So, sir, it is noted that the member present have considered to the proposal and hence it is declared that Shri Ashok Kumar Gupta ji is elected as chairperson of this meeting. Now I welcome Shri Ashok Kumar Gupta sir to the meeting and request him to preside the 40th annual general meeting of the company. Sir, the participation of members through video conferencing is being recorded for the purpose of quorum as per the circular of Ministry of Corporate Affairs. The desired quorum of the meeting is present. Now I request you to call the meeting.
मेरी फ्लाइट सफर का मंगलवार सवेरे 4 बजे पहुंचेगी.
Good morning, dear shareholders and my fellow board members. A very warm welcome to each one of you at this annual general meeting of your company. To begin with, I would like to introduce my colleagues on the board who are present in this AGM. I introduced Shri Dinesh Kumar Mittal, an independent director and chairman or chairperson of Audit Committee as well as Risk Management Committee. Madam Neeru Brawl, who is an independent director and also chairperson of NRC. Shri Rajiv Anand, who is an independent director and also chairperson of Stakeholders Relationship Committee. Madam Asha Agarwal, who is an independent director. Shri Dukbandhu Rath, who is an independent director. Shri Rakesh Sharma, who is an independent director. Shri Deepak Kumar, who is a director of operations in our company. Shri C.K. Singh, who is the Director and Chief Operating Officer of the company. Shri Chetan Khandelwal, who is the Chief Financial Officer, and Shri Vupal Jain, who is the Company Secretary, are also present in this meeting. Further, representatives from our statutory auditors, as well as secretarial auditors, as well as cost auditors, have also joined this meeting. The Board of Directors had appointed Shri Jatin Gupta, who is a practicing company secretary, as scrutinizer to supervise the e-voting process. He has also joined the meeting through VC. I welcome you all. I welcome all the members, the board members, the shareholders, our auditors, as well as others to this meeting. And now I shall request I'd also like to inform you that some of the directors have not been able to attend the meeting today due to their other preoccupation or travel programs. I note that the presence of quorum and the presence of mandatory participants like independent directors, auditor is complete. The requisite quorum being complete, the meeting is therefore called to order. Now I shall request the Company Secretary, Mr. Vipul, to provide general instructions to members regarding participation in this meeting. Vipul, please.
Thank you, sir. So, dear shareholders, the annual report for the financial year 2024 and 25, along with the EGM notice, was sent on 22nd of August 2025 through electronic mode to all the members whose email addresses are registered with the company, RTA, depositories, or depository participants. The annual report and the notice are available on the website of the company, stock exchanges, and also of CDSL. Since the meeting is being conducted virtually, hence there is no requirement to provide facility to the members to appoint a proxy. In accordance with the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and the SEBI listing regulations, the company has provided the facility to its members to exercise their right to vote by electronic means, both through remote e-voting as well as e-voting at the AGM. Since members are provided with the e-voting facilities, then all the resolutions will be put to vote only through e-voting and there will be no voting by the show of hands at the meeting as per the statutory provisions. Dear shareholders, the remote e-voting facility was provided to the members to cast their votes electronically on all the resolutions set out in the notice, which was commenced at 10 a.m. on Friday 12 September 2025 and ended at 5 p.m. on Sunday 14 September 2025. The company is also providing e-voting facility during the AGM to enable the members to cast their vote who have not voted through electronic e-voting. Members who have not yet cast their votes electronically and who are participating in this meeting will have the opportunity to cast their votes during the meeting until 15 minutes of the conclusion of this meeting through e-voting system provided by CDSL. I will now request to the chairman, sir, to instruct the shareholders.
Once again, a very good morning to all my colleagues on the board as well as to shareholders and our auditors. It's indeed my privilege to welcome you once again to the 40th annual general meeting of APL Apollo Tubes Ltd. It's with great satisfaction that I present an overview of the performance for the financial year 2024 and 25. Like all other years, this year was also a very significant year, but especially so because this was, in a way, a transformative year for us. It's with a great sense of pride that I am talking about the extraordinary achievements and milestones attained in this year. Throughout the year, we strengthened our core business, the core business of steel pipe, the hollow sections. We also explored new opportunities, and as per our DNA, we had set up ambitious objectives in front of us to foster our long-term sustainable growth. I must accept and share with you that our committed employees as well as our esteemed business partners have exerted tremendous effort to provide enduring value to our customers and our shareholders. In a way, this year, the 24-25 will go down as one of the most challenging yet transformative chapters in our journey. As you are all aware, perhaps, the Indian steel sector has been going around totally a turnaround, or more than turnaround, a transformative journey. Now, at one point of time, we used to be working on a capacity of 70-80 million tons. Today, we are talking of 200-300 million tons. And more than that, our vision is to become around 500 million tons by 2047. Even at 300 million tons, we are the second largest producer in the world. What does it mean for us? A significant part of this capacity addition is taking place in HR coil. And when it happens in HR coils, which is our main raw material, it increases competition. And when it increases competition, it lowers prices. How does it help us? Because the difference between us and our competition from Patra, it reduces, which is a big benefit to us. As you may be aware, APL Apollo is the largest buyer of HR coil in the country. So any improvement in the price of HR coil benefits us significantly. And our competition is not only from other producers of steel pipes, but more from people who are using patra as a raw material. So when the price gap between the two will come down, we will benefit it. Of course, this will help us in the long run, but in the short run, the economic condition, the environment, the macro environment also impacts us as well as all other players. Last year, we had a plethora of headwinds. We had sluggish demand. As you know, there was a restriction on the government funding. The infrastructure got affected. There was a turbulence in the global trade. We had elections as well, the Lok Sabha elections. And in general, globally, there was a steel downturn. All this affected us. But I must share with you that APL Apollo not only stood its ground, but became stronger. In fact, in a way, we not only retained our market share, improved upon it. And it's a sense of pride, I say, that we crossed 3.1 million tons of sales volume in this year. This is the largest in India. Not only in India, it is perhaps one of the largest in the world among the top 5 or top 7 players. This volume shows 21% year-on-year growth, and these gains were not only in one quarter. All the 4 quarters we gained our volumes. Revenues grew around 14%. This is the best ever top line we had of 21,000 crores. Our EBITDA and net profit also grew, may not be in the same proportion, because we had a very big challenge, particularly in the second quarter when the prices went down. Now this significant price correction of almost 7,000 rupees had a big impact on us by way of inventory losses. So we had to absorb that inventory loss in our margins. But I must again give you the flip side of it. It benefited us because that reduction in the price helped us to improve our market, improve our share, because the difference between patra and HR coil came down. Despite these headwinds, I must appreciate the working of our executives, our management. Our working capital cycle became more efficient. We are almost now in a net zero cash position. This is the second year that our net cash is exceeding 300 crore, which is a proof of our strategy of cash and carry, which we started in during COVID-19. Today, our operating cash flow to EBITDA ratio exceeds 100%, which is much above our 4-year average of 90%. I was talking to you about EBITDA being slightly lower from our historic average. Despite that, I must again, what is more important to our shareholder is how much return we are getting on capital employed. And here again, we were able to achieve 25% return on the capital employed, which continued our leadership in the market. Our operational efficiencies continued, and we were able to reduce our cost even further. And because of that, our EBITDA improved almost close to 3,000 rupees per ton, which is higher than our average. A big achievement last year was our Dubai plant. You may be perhaps aware that for quite some time, our Dubai plant was working at substandard capacity utilization, but now we have been able to achieve a production of more than 16,000 tons per month, generating a EBITDA of more than 5,000 rupees per ton from there. In recognition of your continued support to the employees, to the shareholders, to the board members, the board has recommended a dividend of rupees 5.75 per share to our shareholders for the financial year 25. As you may be aware, last year it was only 5.50 rupees. So there's an improvement from there as well. We are happy to inform you that we are aggressively expanding, hoping to double our capacity in next 5 years. What took us more than 3 decades may perhaps happen in next 5 to 6 years. Looking ahead, we are embarking on a bold capacity expansion plan. We are planning to increase our capacity from 4.5 million ton to 6.8 million ton by financial year 28. This may entail an investment of around 1,500 crore, which will be funded mainly through our internal accruals. This will strengthen our presence in East India, where we have a limited presence today. It will also strengthen our portfolio by way of heavy structural tubes, roofing sheets, and exports. As you know, our product pipeline is evolving. We do a lot of work on conducting new products, new sections, new areas, from building an infrastructure to oil and gas to refineries to water to now solar energy. We are aligning our growth to the future of Bharat. Our growth journey is also anchored in responsibility. We not only look after production, we not only look after volumes, but we also work on reducing energy, reducing water, reducing waste, intensifying, and we are proud to be ranked in the 89th percentile in the Dow Jones Sustainability Index. I think this is a matter of pride for us. Dow Jones, as you know, is an index which shows how much sustainable the company is, and being among the top 11% percentile is a matter of pride. This is the fourth consecutive year of our recognition. As we are entering financial year 26, we do so with confidence. We are focusing on margin improvement, asset utilization, and profitable growth. We are confident that we'll continue to have our journey of growth, what we have been seeing, the volume growth year on year of 10 to 15%, and we'll continue to improve our EBITDA margins in days to come. Now I like to extend a very warm welcome to our new directors, which is Mr. C.K. Singh, the Director of Operations, Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Dukhbandhu Rath, and Mr. Rakesh Sharma, who are joining us as independent director. I welcome them. They have extensive experience in steel, manufacturing, and financial services, which is going to benefit us a lot in the days to come by way of their guidance. I would like to inform you that Mr. C.K. Singh brings with him about 30 years of experience in steel, particularly in steel pipes and the manufacturing sector. Particularly, he is excellent in operations and large-scale industrial transformation. Mr. Dukhbandhu Rath is an accomplished banking professional with almost 40 years of experience in the Indian financial sector. Mr. Rakesh Sharma has extensive experience of more than 30 years in banking and financial sector. Their guidance will help us immensely in our compliance with the fast evolving regulatory framework. In closing, I once again thanks our shareholders, our employees, our customers, our partners, our auditors for your trust and unwavering support. The last 40 years have been remarkable, but I firmly believe that the next 5 years are going to be even more exciting for us, for all our shareholders, for all of you. Thank you so much for listening to me. Now I request people to please continue the proceedings.
So thank you, sir. With the permission of the chairman and members, let us now proceed with the formal agenda items. Since the notice of 40th annual general meeting and the annual report containing the audited financial statements along with the reports of the board of directors and the auditors thereon for the financial year ended 31st March 2025 have been circulated to all the members and the same is taken as read. The reports issued by the statutory auditors and the secretarial auditors do not contain any qualifications, modifications, observations, or other remarks. With the permissions of the members present, we shall take the same as read. I now take up the business as contained in the notice by calling the brief description of the resolution. I take up the agenda items with your permission. Item number 1. The first item of business is to receive, consider, and adopt the audited financial statements of the company, both consolidated and standalone, for the financial year ended 31st March 2025, along with the reports of the board of directors and the auditors thereon. The resolution is proposed to be passed as an ordinary resolution. The next item of business is to declare a final dividend of rupees 5.75 per equity shares of rupees 2 each, which is 287.5% of the face value for the financial year ended 31st March 2025. The resolution is proposed to be passed as an ordinary resolution. Item number 3 is to appoint Shri Vinay Gupta ji, Director of the company, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. The resolution is proposed to be passed as an ordinary resolution. Item number 4 is to appoint Shri Deepak Kumar, Director of the company, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. The resolution is proposed to be passed as an ordinary resolution. The next item of business is to appoint Messrs. Walker Chandyok and Company LLP Chartered Accountants as the statutory auditors of the company. The resolution is proposed to be passed as an ordinary resolution. The next item of business is to appoint Messrs. Parikh and Associates, Company Secretaries, as the secretarial auditors of the company. The resolution is proposed to be passed as an ordinary resolution. Item number 7 is to ratify the remuneration of the cost auditors of the company as Sanjay Gupta and Associates cost accountants. The resolution is proposed to be passed as an ordinary resolution. Item number 8 is to approve the revision in the remuneration of Shri Deepak Kumar, full-time director of the company. The resolution is proposed to be passed as an ordinary resolution. Item number 9 is to appoint Shri C.K. Singh as the whole-time director of the company. The resolution is proposed to be passed as an ordinary resolution. The next item of business is to appoint Shri Duk Bandhurat as non-executive independent director of the company. The resolution is proposed to be passed as a special resolution. The next item of the business is to appoint Shri Rakesh Sharma as a non-executive independent director of the company. The resolution is proposed to be passed as a special resolution. The next item is to approve the APL Apollo Tubes Employee Stock Option Plan 2025. The resolution is proposed to be passed as a special resolution. Item number 13 is to approve the extension of benefits under the APL Apollo Tubes Employee Stock Option Plan 2025 to the employees of subsidiary and associate companies of the company. The resolution is proposed to be passed as a special resolution. Item number 14 is to authorize the APL Apollo Tubes Limited Employee Welfare Trust to undertake secondary acquisition of the equity shares under the APL Apollo Tubes Employee Stock Option Plan 2025. The resolution is proposed to be passed as a special resolution. The next item of the business is to approve the provision of money by the company to the APL Apollo Tubes Limited Employee Welfare Trust. The resolution is proposed to be passed as a special resolution. Dear shareholders, the necessary background of the resolutions have been set out in the explanatory statement annexed to the notice of receipt.
Now the members may raise their queries, if any, in the chat box. The shareholder speakers who have pre-registered their names may, if present, speak now. I request the host to unmute the member. The video may also be enabled with his permission. I request the shareholder speakers to kindly limit their remarks to few minutes so that we can hear from everyone. May I now request the host?
Host, please unmute the speaker shareholder number 1. Host, can you please unmute the speaker shareholder number 1, Mr. Narendra Singh Chauhan?
I am audible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. ओके गुड मॉर्निंग टू एवरीवन। सर मैं थोड़ा सा कुछ पूछना चाहूँगा, कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहूँगा आपसे दैट APL Apollo trades at a premium valuation compared to peers. Can you justify this premium given the recent slowdown in revenue growth and pressure on margins? Second, is despite strong top line growth historical, why is the bottom line not reflecting the same robustness? Is this due to inefficiencies or pricing power erosion? Third is, can management explain the continued delayed and underutilization of certain new capacities like the Raipur plant? How does this impact your capacity utilization target? Fourth is, why is inventory turnover deteriorating despite the support supply chain efficiency? Are we overstocking due to demand estimation. And fifth is, given the high capex cycle in recent years, how does the company plan to manage debt and improve return on capital employed? Are we chasing growth at the expense of efficiency? And sixth is, there limited clarity on the return expectations from new projects. Can you commit to disclosing projects wise ROI giving forward? तो मुझे ये बताइएगा सर, इनका जवाब दीजिएगा इसी मीटिंग में। और थोड़ा सा अपने सीएस डिपार्टमेंट को भी कहिए कि ये भी शेयर होल्डर के लिंक में रहे, क्योंकि ये किसी तरह से भी लिंक में नहीं है। हम कोशिश करें, हम इनसे कनेक्ट कर नहीं सकते, ये करते नहीं है। नहीं तो ये क्वेश्चन यहीं से पूछे जाते, आप तक आते ही नहीं। बस, धन्यवाद।
Okay, thank you so much for the questions. May I ask the second person to ask the question? We'll answer all the questions together.
Can you allow to join another speaker shareholder?
So now second shareholder is Mr. Narendra Singh Chauhan.
Please allow him to join.
Mr. Chauhan, I request you please ask your question.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Johan, please carry on.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Chauhan.
मेरी आवाज सुन पा रहे हैं?
हेलो, बताइए।
सर मेरी आवाज आ रही है सर?
आ रही है आपकी आवाज, आप बोलिए।
सर मैं नरेंद्र सिंह चौहान इस एजीएम को दिल्ली से अटेंड कर रहा हूँ। सर मैं सबसे पहले तो कंपनी सेक्रेटरी साहब और उनके सपोर्टिंग स्टाफ का धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा, जिन्होंने मुझे इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर बोलने का मौका दिया। सर हमें आपकी लीडरशिप पे पूरा भरोसा है, पूरा विश्वास है, जिस तरह आप कंपनी के लिए दिन रात मेहनत कर रहे हो सर। और सर हमारी कंपनी सेक्रेटरी साहब तो हर एक शेयर होल्डर का ध्यान रखते हैं। सर हमारी छोटी सी एक रिक्वेस्ट थी, मेरी एक छोटी सी, मैंने उनसे एनुअल रिपोर्ट की हार्ड कॉपी मांगी थी, तो उन्होंने मुझे तुरंत प्रोवाइड करा दी। सर सर हमें आपकी लीडरशिप पे पूरा भरोसा है, पूरा विश्वास है। जिस तरह आप कंपनी को नई ऊंचाई दे रहे हो, नई ऊंचाई तो पहुंचा रहे हो सर, अच्छा डिविडेंड दिया, अच्छे रिजल्ट दिए हैं, और हमें भविष्य में भी आपसे पूरी सर कंपनी पे पूरा विश्वास है हमें। आप मैं सारे स्टाफ को धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगा सर, और आने वाले त्योहारों के लिए आपको शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ सर। थैंक यू सो मच सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, Mr. Chauhan. Host, can you please allow another speaker shareholder to join?
Mr. Kaushik is currently not available in the meeting.
Okay, please allow to join another speaker shareholder then.
Mr. Gagan Kumar.
Mr. Gagan Kumar.
I request to Mr. Gagan, please ask your queries.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Gagan Kumar, you are audible.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Board of Directors and fellow shareholders. Myself, Gagan Kumar. I am joining this meeting from Delhi. First of all, I would like to mention that I had requested for a hard copy of annual report, which I received well in time. And after going through the balance sheet, I am very much happy to say that I do not have any question pertaining to accounts, because each and every aspect of balance sheet is very much clear. Now coming down, what an investor want? Investor want the appreciation of share price and the profit sharing in the form of dividend. In this regard, I have no words. Our share price is at the top, dividend is up to the mark. So I don't know what previous speaker was saying. Maybe he's want to join some other company and give the speech in this company. Look at the investment what we have made and where we are stand today. एक वो होता है ना जी कि एक फंक्शन में कोई ना कोई नाराज फूफा होता है, तो प्लीज जोक्स अपार्ट. Now my question to the management is that what is our strategy to maintain or to enhance our margins? And what is the impact of GST changing slab? And last question is, what is our value creation roadmap for next 2 to 3 years along with CapEx? These are the questions. Now, it would be unfair on my part without mentioning our corporate governance under the leadership of our CFO, our CS, and entire secretarial team. Sir, we got the link on the time, and we also received a call from CS and his team that your speaker number is so and so. In very few company, we have seen this practice. So thank you so much for this kind of CS and secretarial team. Hope to see a healthy growth in the business and as well as in the size of the company. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Gaganji. Request those to join another speaker shoulder, Mr. Motilal, Vinod Motilal Agarwal.
Mr. Vinod Agarwal, please ask your queries.
Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear.
Yeah, respected chairman for today's meeting, Ashok Kumar Gupta ji, Director Deepak Kumar, CS Vipul Jain, and our CFO Chetan Khandelwal. Good morning and regards to everyone, sir. Sir, अपना company is performing well, 20% growth every year दे ही रही है सर. अपना last year अपना रायपुर का plant भी almost capacity utilization पर आ गया. Roofing sheet के लिए भी अपन का value added product अपन ने add किया है सर. Roofing, it's a new line of products है. अभी तक अपन tube बनाते थे. We have added roofing products also. Flat sheet of 1000 square feet का भी अपन कुछ बना रहे हैं. That is highly profitable. इसका सर अपना profit तो अपना बढ़ता ही जाएगा सर. Last year it was the second quarter which gave us lesser EBITDA. नहीं तो अपना EBITDA margin last year भी 4100 के आसपास ही था. And we are targeting with this new capacities in phase 2 and phase 3. उससे अपना EBITDA margin भी 5000 plus जाएगा. And in the better products we'll have 7000 rupees per ton का EBITDA भी आएगा सर. And we are doing very well sir अपना. And we have net cash of 3 billion and अपना 2-year volume भी अपने 40% growth किया है. Sir, I am very pleased with the performance of the company sir. अपना I keep on growing and growing. अपने dividend भी अपना अच्छा दिया है. 5 rupees 75 paisa on rupee 2 face value पर. So I wish the company all the best. आप अच्छा करते जाएं, अच्छा अपना तरक्की करते जाएं सर. Sign off, Vinod Agarwal from Mumbai.
Thank you, Mr. Agarwal. Thank you, Vinodji. Host, please allow to join the next speaker shareholder, Mr. Manjeet Singh.
Mr. Manjeet, please ask your queries.
Am I audible?
Yes.
कंपनी की मैनेजमेंट टीम, सेक्रेटरियल टीम और माय को शेयर होल्डर, मैं सभी का स्वागत करता हूं. कंपनी की प्रोग्रेस आपके नेतृत्व में हमेशा ही रही है अच्छी. आपने अपने रिमार्क्स में कंपनी के भविष्य और आगे के लिए जो वर्तमान है उसका भी बताया और आगे भविष्य का भी बताया है. मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहूँगा कि ये 22 सितंबर के बाद जो जीएसटी की दरें इम्प्लीमेंट होने जा रही हैं उसका क्या इम्पैक्ट रहेगा हमारे व्यापार पर, और जिस तरह से अगर डिमांड बढ़ेगी तो हमारे जो प्लांट है पूरी कैपेसिटी से चल रहे हैं या आने वाले टाइम में जैसे आपने रायपुर का एक्सपेंशन किया, आने वाले टाइम में इसी तरह के एक्सपेंशन आएंगे. और दुनिया में जिस तरह से टैरिफ के नियम का कुछ हमारी कंपनी पर कुछ असर पड़ा है, हमारा एक्सपोर्ट पर कुछ उसका प्रभाव पड़ा है, अगर कुछ ऐसा है तो आप इस बारे में हमें बताइए. हम कंपनी से काफ़ी टाइम से जुड़े हुए हैं. हमारे सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट ने बैलेंस शीट बनाकर हमारे को आपसे रूबरू करा है. सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. ये जो पल हमने आपके साथ साझा किए हैं ये हमारी इन्वेस्टमेंट को और मजबूत करेंगे. ये आपके रिमार्क्स में हमें दिखा है. आगे कंपनी तरक्की करे इसकी हम आपसे आशा करते हैं और भगवान से प्रार्थना करते हैं. सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट का भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद जो हमें आपसे जोड़ने में उन्होंने मदद की. थैंक यू फॉर द मैनेजमेंट टीम. थैंक यू फॉर द सेक्रेटरियल टीम.
Thank you, Mr. Manjeet Singh. Host, please allow next speaker shoulder to join Mr. Himanshu A. Trivedi.
Hello, sir. I'm audible?
Yes, sir. You're
I'm audible?
audible.
Yeah. Good morning, respected Chairman, Sanjay Gupta and other board of directors sitting on the dais. Myself, Himanshu Trivedi from Vadodara, Gujarat State. First of all, I'm thankful to our company secretary, Vipul Jain, who is sending us hard copy of the AGM report, well in which is the pool of information, fact, figure, and present, which is easy to follow, easy to understand. So I am thankful to you and your entire secretary. The report is nicely prepared with all component covered in the annual general report. Sir, I don't have much question because I have full faith on board and they're working. Sir, I support all the research item. Sir, I have sent all my question and query to the email well in advance with the save the time of AGM and give the opportunity to speak rest speakers shareholder. Sir, still I have few questions. What is the market share we have in domestic and international market? My second query, what would be the profit sharing ratio coming financial year? And my third query, how much rupees spent in R&D current financial? How many new products are coming in current financial year? Sir, I wish good luck and bright future for coming financial and coming festival, sir. Thank you to allow this. Sir, I requested to company secretary before the AGM. So many company contact us, but our Vivek sir not contact me. So there is unhappy from my side, sir. So I am more than 1500 companies as a speaker, sir. So all companies communication are very wonderful. So why this the problem is arise from my side, sir? Sorry for that, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request host to allow Mr. Ankur Chanda.
Mr. Ankur Chandaji, please ask your queries. So, Mr. Ankur Chandaji is on meeting, but I think he's
Okay,
unable
can
to.
the next shareholder. So please allow to join Mr. Apsi Babansha Bisania.
Chairman, sir, can you see me and hear me?
Yes, sir, we can see you. We can hear you.
Okay, and see me also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Chairman, sir, I'm Aspi from Bombay. Sir, thanks for giving me an opportunity to speak, for which I should thank the company secretary. Sir, during the year, our revenue increased by 14%, whereas PBT reduced by 1%, squeezing our margins. So what are the reasons for margin squeeze? So Q1 is better year on year, but not good quarter on quarter. So please give reasons and how do you see the full year? Sir, we have crossed 20,000 crore revenue after 40 years. When can I expect our revenue to cross 40,000? We crossed 20,000 revenue after 40 years. When can I expect our revenue to cross 40,000 crore? Since there is so much optimism in chairman's speech. So what is our market share and capacity utilization and roadmap for the next 2 years? Sir, company secretary did not call me. However, someone was quick enough to inform me, sir, speaker number. And somebody else also said on the meeting that company secretary called him. So please request the company secretary to call in future. Thank you very much and all the best for the future.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Aspi.
Host, please allow to join next speaker shareholder, Mr. Ashok Kumar Jain.
Hello, I am audible, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Good morning, Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my co-fellow shareholders. Join the AGM on BC portal. Sir, I, Ashok Kumar Jain, joined the AGM from Delhi. First of all, I thanks to our Chairman, sir, for excellent speech. And in his speech, Chairman, sir, explaining every sector of the company's performance. So I am very happy to see the business growth of our company. I also thanks to our company secretary and his entire team for giving me a opportunity to express my view in front of the management, sir. Sir, my most of the queries cover under the chairman's sir speech and also explained by the previously shareholder. Sir, I just want जैसा कि सर हमारी कंपनी की अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस रही है, अगर हम अपने कॉम्पिटिटर से कंपेयर करें, शाह मेटल, उनका कंपैरिजन टर्नओवर के कंपेयर हमारा प्रॉफिट और मार्जिन बहुत लो रेट्स पे है। उनका रेवेन्यू के प्रॉफिट और मार्जिन अच्छा रेट्स है। तो थोड़ा इस बारे में बताइए, और आगे के क्या प्लान्स हैं कंपनी की, हमारा अच्छा प्रॉफिट भी बढ़ सके, रेवेन्यू भी बढ़ सके, और हमें अच्छा डिविडेंड एंड बोनस से भी रिवार्ड मिल सके सर। बाकी थैंक यू सर, आई सपोर्ट ऑल द रेजोल्यूशन। थैंक यू सर,
Thank you, Ashok. Sir, we are done with the speaker show.
Okay, thank you, my dear friends and my dear shareholders. I'm really happy that our shareholders are very vigilant. They really study our reports very well, they're keeping track of us. And thanks to each one of them for wonderful questions. Now let me come to the questions, and I'll request my colleagues also to please help me in answering them. So the first speaker had asked about the share market price. So as you all know, share market price depends on so many factors, and more importantly, the faith and the confidence the shareholders have in the company. And you mentioned about increasing price. It only shows that you have a lot of confidence in this company. More than that, I will not be able to say anything about the market price per se. But so far as regarding profits are concerned, if you observe, year on year our profits are improving. My colleague Deepak can shed more information on the profits, how they have been increasing, and what the reasons why the revenue increased, but the profit did not increase in the same proportion last year. Deepak.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. As said, sir, earlier also, in Q2, our performance is not as per the desired manners because of the steep downside in the raw material prices, around 7,000 rupees per ton, that impacted adversely over EBITDA margins. If we remove this Q2 performance, then our margins will be in the same ratio as our turnover is increased. In last 5 years, CAGR of our margins is around 25%, and our volume growth is also 25%. And we are maintaining our ROC on ROE is more than 25% in the last 10 years. So we are committed, and in these years we recover the last years also, and further add on in the double-digit growth.
Thank you, Deepak. I think you explained very well. So, next question which you were asking was at our Raipur plant, this capacity utilization is not up to the mark. So, as you know, whenever a new plant comes up, it takes time for it to go to its full capacity and also for demand to pick up. There will always be a lag between capacity generation and its utilization. Demand will always lag the generation of capacities. I'm happy to inform you that as a company as a whole, we are working on 70 to 80% capacity utilization, which is perhaps one of the better ones in the whole industry. In the whole country, there are many companies whose capacity utilization will be less than that, but there are not many companies whose capacity utilization will be above 80%. So I think we have done a very good job. I must compliment our team, particularly the production team and the sales team, to achieve this kind of utilization. There was a point regarding the inventory turnover and question of overstocking. So you see, the stocks are always kept in view of the demand projection, but more than the demand projection, it's also the price projection. So we have to balance. You're talking about margins. We have to balance the demand as well as the likely changes in the pricing scenario for the raw material particularly. The test is in our working capital. Are we able to manage our working capital with minimum loans? And if you see the results, our loans are almost negligible. So it only means that we have been trying to handle our working capital very well. There's also a mention about the capex cycle. As you know, we are managing our capex mostly from internal accruals. To the extent we earn we spend in our growth. So that way, most of the capex we do is for what we earn and not by taking loan. So I am sure the shareholders and our board should be happy that we are not increasing our leverage. We are restricting our loans to minimum and practically negligible. As you saw, we don't have much of a loans on our books. So to that extent, I think we are very, very prudent in doing our capex. Deepak can explain you more about the capex, how we are planning our capex. Deepak, and also he will talk about return on investment that we have in.
So regarding the capex, so in the next 3 years, we are aiming around 1500 crores of the capex. All the capex at strategically planned, and we are putting up the one new plant in the northeast sides. We have over presence and market share is very negligible in the northeast market of the India. So now we are planned to going to the Siliguri or Calcutta maybe, and land in identifications in the by December end we will start the expenditures on these sites. And second one is in Abu Dhabi, is the international market, and we are going into the new product lines, oil and gas sector, and hot finish pipes and galvanized pipe, rust preventive pipes in the global markets. So it's will be a new market for the company also. Third location is the Gorakhpur, is the eastern UP. UP is the largest state of the India, and our freight factor is very high from the northern India plant. So and raw material is also cheaper there. So we save the freight from the both side, from the incoming material also and outward freight also. So our presence is very negligible in this area also. So from Gorakhpur plant, we will cater the demand from the eastern India, Bihar, and in Nepal also. So it's very strategically planned. So, and fourth is the Malur in the Karnataka. So our capacity is 100% utilized in the southern India, and we have presently 3 plants is there. So one in Hosur, one in Bangalore, and one in Malur. It's also in Bangalore. So our capacity utilization is 100% utilized, and there is a shortage of the narrow thickness raw materials. So we are planning put up a new plant for enhance our capacity in the southern regions. So every plants we have plants in such a way that every plant is independent plant and give profit of around 4 to 5,000 rupees per ton, and our ROC plant is more than 30%, and average payback period is more. It's limited to the 3 years.
Thank you, Deepak. A very nice explanation. You mentioned was there regarding the return on capital employed. So on new projects. So typically, I can talk about the return on investment in general for the whole company, because you won't have it for project wise. There are so many things which are common. The markets are common, the investments are common. And as you have seen, we are having a return on capital employed of around 25%. I'm sure being an investor, being a shareholder in this company and perhaps more companies, you would understand that return on capital employed of 25% is considered to be quite good. And we have been maintaining it. It is not one-off. Even after so many new projects, we are maintaining it. We are keeping it. At one point of time used to be around 20-22%. Today we have to reach 25%. It obviously means that our new projects are giving us good returns. Mr. Gagan Kumar has mentioned about, I must thank Mr. Narendra Singh Chauhan and Mr. Kaushik for their good words for the company. I will just like to assure them that your company, your people, your management is working continuously, striving continuously to ensure that your expectations are met. So Gagan Kumar mentioned about increase or enhancing the margins. I think we are one of those tube makers who have a high focus on margins. And how do you increase margins? You increase margins by bringing in something different, something new. You don't get margins by producing the same vanilla products again and again. You don't increase margins by being in a crowded market. And you know, I'm sure if you have been following us for a couple of years, we were the first to introduce 300 by 300 square in the country. Nobody else was there. We introduced new products, new technology. We were the first to introduce the technology which everybody has got now, a universal forming mill. We were first to go ahead for 500 by 500 mill. And now I am happy to share with each one of you that in the country, we have become the first person to produce 1000 by 1000 section. Nobody else has done it till date in the country. So this is the way we are enhancing our margins. Each and every product which we have introduced has given us higher margins than all other balanced products. So this is how we increase our. You're talking about GST. I would like to share with you, perhaps you may be aware also, GST for us remains at 18%. So our output is at 18%, our input is 18%. It was earlier also, it was now also. However, since GST has been decreased on many items, we now hope that people will use that money which they save on spending on sections and our demand will go up. You were talking about value creation roadmap. So as I mentioned to you, our value creation roadmap is in the same way as Deepak talked about, creating plants where we don't have a presence and reducing our expenditure on transportation. And so our capex, as I explained to you, is in areas where today our presence is less or minimal or not there. So that is the way our value will go on adding, because we will be increasing our margins. Also, we are going in for new product. As you know, we have gone from pipes to also sheets, making color coated sheets, making aluminum zinc coated sheets, which are all higher value than our normal pipes. I'll also again continuing with our speakers, Mr. Vinodji, Mr. Manjeetji, for appreciating the company. I must thank them for their words, kind words. Mr. Himanshuji mentioned about market slowdown, particularly the market share going down. I would like to inform him that our market share is maintained. In some of the areas, we have been able to improve it. For example, in larger section pipes, in domestic market, we are market leader in many areas. In some of the sections, some of the areas, we are 40-50% market share also. In some areas like rounds, maybe much below that. We are not market leaders perhaps. International market is too big. It is beyond our capacity to be a market leader in that. We are having a very limited share. Our exports are only 5-7% of our total production. So we are not a very big player in the international market, in the export market. There are bigger players. However, our Dubai plant is helping us now to gain market share in few years to come. Apart from Dubai plant, as and when we set up new plants, our market share in international market will also go up. You were talking about spend on R&D. I must tell you that R&D is a continuous affair in the company. We have my colleague CK Singh, who is the head of production, who is also head of R&D. He can speak about R&D in the company. CK.
Hello everyone. In our sector, we don't have separate R&D. Every plant has the R&D. R&D comes with sizes, thickness, length, grades, and the material. So every plant has their own R&D. They are developing their sizes. They are developing their thicknesses. They are developing their customized lengths and grades. So we don't have separate R&D or centralized. Every plant, every location wise, there is the R&D center. So I'll brief you how we do R&D. We are master in mild steel. How we develop, we give opportunity to one of the plant to develop stainless steel. Can you develop a stainless steel section? And he did it. So how we go for the R&D at different location and different plants. So there is no separate R&D, but we are doing R&D. The thousand part is the product, is a part of the R&D. Thank you, everyone.
Well said, CK. Well said. Okay, so that's all Himanshu for you. Mr. Aspi had mentioned about margin squeeze. So far as I understand, our margins have been kept steady or only improving, but for the stock loss or inventory loss which we had last year. If you take that into account or add it back, then I think our margins are improving. Here again, I think my colleague Deepak will be able to throw more more light on this. We're talking about Q on Q profit for the current year, margin for the current year. I think there could be variation in the quarter to quarter because in some quarter the prices go up, and in some quarter the prices come down. But on the whole, if we, as he was mentioning, if you take 5-year or 10-year horizon, which we should do in case of a company like us, which is a large capex company. So I think it is better to take it over a period of 4 or 5 years rather than quarter on quarter. Deepak, can you talk about margins, please?
Yeah, margins, we also mention our product margins profiles in the PPT also, sir. And it's growing in some due to some seasonality and demand and supply factor and government policy due to the elections and some monsoon periods. So our margins is fluctuating within the very low range. So we are committed to increase our margins, and we are especially focused on the value added product and cost control and how to increase our market shares. So with the constant margins, our focus to increase the market shares, sir. So in last years also our margins are stable, and due to the in the overall margins in the Q1 is around 4,200 rupees ton and Q2 is around 1,900, and again we come back to the 4,200, and in the Q4 our margins is around 5,000 rupees, and Q1 also is around 5,000 rupees. So we are in the range of 45 to 5,000 rupees constantly and increase our volumes.
Thank you, Deepak. Nicely said. Thank you. I must thank Mr. Aspi. He has a big vision for us. He is saying from 20,000 crore, why don't you jump to 40,000 crore? Inshallah, we will achieve that in years to come, but it will take time, obviously. Things always has to be studied. Slow and steady wins the race. We have won the race till now. We have become the market leader in the company. We are the largest player. It's only because we have sustained our growth steadily. Here onwards also, we will continue to grow steadily. We are planning, as you know, a capex, hoping that year on year we will grow 10 to 15% and maybe in some year 20% also, as we have been doing in last 40 years, and in due course of time reach 40,000 crore as well. I must thank you for the vision you have given to us. We will do it. We're talking about market share. Yes, market share is improving, but as you know, in such a large market, for a market leader to jump over the market share is not something which is feasible or practical. We will increase market share in small bits and pieces. Secondly, I will like to inform you that we are not in one isolated market. The company operates in different markets and different point of time. In some markets, we are improving fast. In some markets, it will be slow improvement. For example, in rounds, we may be having faster improvement, but in lower size sections, we may be having slower, but in larger size sections, we are having a faster growth. In cold roll, we may be having a faster growth of market share. So it is not in one market that we operate in different markets, and increase and decrease in each market will be different. So overall, if I must say, we are improving our market share year on year, but not in a big way, in a gradual manner in general. Mr. Ashok Kumar Jain talked about our competitors. I would like to correct you that our competitors are primarily in the same sector, which is steel pipes. That is our main bread and butter. So Surya Roshni, Rama, High-Tech, these are the companies who are our competitors in a way. And if you see their balance sheets, you will see that our profit margins are not lower than them. So yeah, your expectation that our profit margins, or your observation that our profit margins are lower when you compare with this competitor will change. And as we have mentioned, that our revenues and the margins hopefully are going to be, or as we plan, increase year by year. And we do not hope, we are not planning, we do not foresee them reducing in any year. I think these are all the questions which were there. I hope I have covered everything. If there are any follow-up questions or questions from somebody else, we can take that.
Sir, now there's no other speaker shoulder left. We can forward.
So I can ask people to please continue with his normal working.
So dear shareholders, the agenda items have been formally discussed. The voting shall remain open for the next 15 minutes for the members who are participating in the meeting and have not cast their votes through remote e-voting. The combined results of the remote e-voting and e-voting shall be declared within the stipulated timelines from the conclusion of this meeting as per the statutory requirements. The resolutions set forth in the notice shall be deemed to be passed at the AGM today, subject to receipt of requisite number of votes. Once the voting is over, Shri Jitin Gupta, the scrutinizer, will present his report to the chairman, and the result on the voting would be declared within 2 working days of the conclusion of this meeting, and the same shall be posted on the website of the company and shall also be disseminated to the stock exchanges. Now I request Shri Deepak Kumar sir, the Director of Operations, to propose a vote of thanks to the chairman.
I propose a vote of thanks to the chairman for and on behalf of all the members and all the present.
Thank you, sir. I hope that uninterrupted video and audio was available during the meeting to the directors and the members present through VC. Now I request the chairman, sir, to formally conclude the meeting.
Thank you, Vipul. Before I conclude the meeting, I have a very big duty here. As you would have seen, last 10 years have been transformative for us. The company has really changed its color. We have also changed our head office. And our head office shows the change which the company has gone through in the last 10 years. And a lot of people have contributed. Not only our employees, not only our colleagues who have been working day and night to ensure that we succeed, but many others, our board of directors. Every meeting of the board, the challenges which we are facing, the ideas we get, the suggestions we get, the guidance we get, that is what makes us improve day by day. Today, I would like to mention specifically Madam Neeru Abroad, because today she is completing her 2 terms, 10 years as an independent director. More than 10 years. I must admit, this was a really privilege to have her on the board. More than an independent director, she was a watchdog for us. You would have seen, our shareholders who are here with us for last 10 years would have seen the change which a company has got into compliances. At one point of time, there were many areas where people could say that we are really not all that compliant, and there are many areas where we can improve. You has been instrumental in guiding us to each and every step. Her knowledge of the legal framework, the law, and all aspects of working, because she was herself the chairman of a large corporation, has helped us in finding us areas where we can improve. And not only she told us the areas, she also told us how we can improve. And not only told us, she monitored also that yes, we are improving day after day. And a day has come where today we are among the top 11% in the Dow Jones Sustainability Index, in compliances, in corporate governance. And that is again reflected in our, the market appreciation of us by way of our market capitalization, which has improved so much in last 10 years. I wanted the figures, I'm sure Deepak has the figures, how much market capitalization has changed in last 10 years. And a significant part of that is because of the compliances we have improved, the corporate governance improved. And again, I'd like to thank Neeru Abroad for taking us along this journey. Thank you, Neeru, for so much.
Thanks a lot. It's been a pleasure to be part of this board. 10 years, how they have gone, I don't remember. But the cooperation, what we got from the management in the board, because what is talking about compliances, I'll say it was like good, bad, and ugly. Anything we were suggesting. So it was a pleasure to work, and I'm very proud because I think the time I joined, it was 1 million ton. The capacity was less than 1 million. And now the capacity is 4.5 million ton. And the turnover was also about 3,500, which has gone up to 20,000 crore. So I think I also had some small part of role in that, getting those achievements. And I know that what the other person was saying, 40,000 crore, I think you will not take so many years to achieve 40,000 crore. It will be half of that. You took, maybe I feel 15 years should be, not even 15, 10 years.
Next 3 years. Next 3 years.
Oh, so what Deepak is saying, next 3 years. So I think we can have better, higher targets for it. So I compliment the team, and I think Mr. Sanjay Gupta, that way I find, because I came from steel, then fertilizer. Being the head of this organization, he's got the commercial sense that is very appreciative. The way he was handling at the helm of the team, and whatever suggestions we were giving as a in the board, the way they took it very sportingly. So that way I would like to place on record my appreciation, being a very proud moment, because I feel very proud to tell anyone that I'm part of this board. So all the best. I'm very sure you're going to achieve lots of laurels. Not only in ESG, you'll be much coming down, much achieving those targets. So all the best to the entire team and to the company. Thank you.
Thank you, Niru. Again, I will like feeling in my duty if I don't mention, 10 years back, the company changed its course. We inducted Deloitte as our statutory auditor. It was a bold decision of our chairman. As members may be knowing, changing an statutory auditor from or to a big four is a very big, bold step. Many, Mr. Jitendra Agarwal, who is from Deloitte, he was the one who who agreed to come and take us. We were not all that compliant, we were not all that great, and we were scared that if Deloitte comes, whether we will be able to function or not. But Deloitte has taken us, he brought us up, they improved our level of finance, level of accounting, level of compliances. And today what you see, the company, I must tell all the shareholders, a lot of credit goes to Deloitte, to Mr. Jitendra Agarwal personally. He has been with us for this long year journey. And I will request all the shareholders to please thank him for this. I am sure shareholders will be happy that Deloitte joined us, and they have been with us throughout this 10 years. I must thank Mr. Jitendra Agarwal and request him to say something.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta. Indeed, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, it has been indeed a pleasure to have worked with, worked together with the entire APL Apollo team. I have really enjoyed this 10-year journey. Yes, you are right. We started off when you were very small, and with very small company, the systems are slightly, not up to the mark. So at that point of time, we stepped in, but the company was very receptive. And today's numbers, the growth which has happened over the last 10 years, is a result exactly of company strengthening its systems. And we are stepping out, a new firm is stepping in. My best wishes are with the company, but my personal support and professional support of the firm will always be available for APL Apollo. We would certainly like to be in touch with you and see you grow further from 20,000 crores to 100,000. Thank you so much for giving all the support. I thank the entire management, the chairperson, and everybody in the company to provide us with unfettered support in this 10-year journey. And my best wishes for the company to grow. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Jitendra Agarwal. It was really a pleasure to have you here with us, and your guidance was always supportive to us. Thank you so much for it. I like to tell shareholders that just like Madam Neeru Agarwal mentioned, we have equally competent board today. I mentioned about Dinesh Kumar Mittalji, I mentioned about Rajiv Anandji, about Upendra Kamatji, Asha Agarwalji. Now we have got with us Mr. Dukbandhu Rath and Rakesh Sharma. I must tell the shareholders, this is one of the best team, best guidance which we can think of having, receiving it. I must thank each one of the directors for giving their time to us in each of the board meetings, helping us, guiding us. I will request any of the directors who would like to speak, either Mr. Mittal Saab Anand ji or Asha Garwal ji, if they would like to speak for a few minutes. Mittal sir or Anand ji, Agarwal ji.
So thank you, Chairman. I think it has been a pleasure for me to be there with the company, and I really respect the work being done by the promoter group and the promoters and the management. I can only wish them the best. There's a lot of scope for us improving it, but that does not mean what has been done is less than what it should have been done. So you have done a great job, but we still have a distance to travel. So I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Mittal sir.
Yeah. So may I, Chairman, sir?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Once again, good afternoon to all my shareholders, our shareholders and colleagues in the board. And it's been a pleasure. More than 1.5 years now, I've been associated with this very, very energetic and promising team of associates and my colleagues here. The company is growing very fast. And I must say that the governance standards and the improvements which Chairman sir has explained and Neeru ma'am has also endorsed and Jitendra sir has also endorsed, I think we are seeing those changes, we are seeing those governance standards. Of course, there is always room to improve, but it's a continuous journey. We'll continue to give our input as best as we can from our past experience, but journey will continue. I wish the company all the very best. And Neeru ma'am, all the best to you. It was pleasure working with you for a short period of time, though, but we'll stay connected. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Madam Asha Agarwal, would you like to? She's left. Okay. So two more directors are joining us. Mr. Duk Bandhu Rath and Mr. Rakesh Sharma. They are with us. Will you like to say something, Mr. Rath and Mr. Sharma?
Yeah, good morning. I'm Rakesh Sharma. Good morning to the management, to all the fellow directors and the shareholders. I can only assure that we'll try to watch the interest of all the shareholders and collaborate with the management to take the company forward with all our experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Sharma. Mr. Rath?
Good afternoon. It's really a privilege to be associated with this company. In fact, let me put forth that my heartiest congratulations to the chairman of the today's proceedings. The manner in which you conducted the proceedings, it's really awesome. Having been associated with many companies, in fact, it was a really professional handling of the proceedings with hands-on responses. My sincere thanks to Deepak Goyalji also for his clarifications. I'm quite sure that in the days to come, I'll have enough opportunity to learn many more things in the company. Thank you for this opportunity and best wishes to everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Rath. With this, I would like to now extend my thanks to all the members present, our shareholders, our board members, auditors, our scrutinizer for attending this AGM, and also for CDSL for providing the platform for successfully conducting the meeting. On behalf of the board, express my gratitude to all the members of your continuous support and association with the company. Please continue to support like this, and we will try to give our best results to you. With this, I declare the 40th Annual General Meeting of APL Apollo Tubes Ltd. duly concluded. Thank you for your participation and continued support. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
हम तो तुम्हारे